Hi all, in this video we are going to take a look into Tyson's third Beyblade in the Beyblade anime. The first version of Dragoon in Beyblade's second season, V-Force, and the first Beyblade to implement the Magnacore system, Dragoon Victory. Dragoon Victory or Dragoon V is the Beyblade that Tyson uses throughout the first half of Beyblade V-Force. So first shown in the episode 1 of V-Force, Dragoon Victory is then modified to include a Magnacore to take on Team Psychic and their Cyber Bidbeasts.
Let me help! We've got to get out of here!
In the anime's 8th episode, Max's mom designs a special core called the MG core for the Blade Breakers. This core was supposed to replace the normal spin gear and produces a magnetic field when it spins, giving the Beyblades optimal control and increases its strength tenfold.
Fast, he still has to control it. That's the part I was worried about.
Lightning 180 turn! Go, Dragoon! Yeah!
Oh, brother!
In reality, the Magnacore Beyblades were released along with magnetic base stadiums, and we could arrange magnets in the stadium, and these Magnacore Beyblades would move in specific ways depending upon where we kept the magnets. So each Dragoon Beyblade has a special move, and the special move of this Dragoon V is called as
Victory Tornado Attack! Finish him off once and for all!
So this is the original Takara version of Dragoon V, and this Beyblade was released by a toy company called Takara. So this looks exactly as it's shown in the anime, and it was released in late 2001 in Japan, and then it was released internationally in 2003. So I bought this one recently from someone who had kept it in a fairly good condition, and I think this design and color combination of this Beyblade fits Dragoon really well. So now let's take this Beyblade apart and find out all the parts that make up Dragoon V. One of the things I really like about these plastic generation Beyblades is that it has so many parts, and each and every part plays a key role in its performance. So coming to the parts, we have the attack ring and the bed chip, we have the weight disc, we have the metal weight core, we have the spin gear parts, and we have the base, and we have the spin gear clips, and finally we have the tip of the Beyblade over here. Let's go through the parts one by one. The attack ring is called the 8 attacker, most likely because it has 8 claws around it, 4 big ones and 4 small ones. Now we can remove the bit chip from the attack ring, but for some reason mine is such a tight fit and I'm afraid that I'll break it if I use too much force. So I'm just going to leave it there. Next we have the weight disc. This is called the 10 wide. It has 10 corners and is one of the widest weight discs in the plastic generation. And because it is a bit too wide, it is going to give the Beyblade more stability, but it won't have much of an attacking power. Next we have the blade base, and this particular one is called the Magne flat base. So this is an attack type base because you can see the 4 claws that it has around its sides, and the coolest thing about this base is that you can see these areas for inserting the spin gear clips, and when you insert these spin gear clips, it's going to complete the shape of the claw, and I think that is a really cool addition. Next we have the core of this Beyblade. So this is a metal weight core and it is denoted by the MW, and I find it cool that you can actually turn it around and it still reads as a MW. But this is still a contrast from the anime, as the one shown there was an MG core having a magnet as the core part, and even though this is a metal in the core, it is not magnetic. In Dragoon V, the tip is having the magnet. When I saw this part in the images, I thought this was supposed to turn because it was called a spin gear, and this does look like a gear cog, right? But oh well, it doesn't spin. These are the two parts that make the spin gear. This particular version is called the Neo left spin gear, and Dragoon V is a left spin Beyblade. This is the tip of Dragoon V and it is its magnecore. So it's a translucent plastic tip with a magnet located in the middle, and I think this is the first Dragoon to feature a plastic tip. All previous versions had a rubber tip, from Dragoon S to Dragoon F and the initial grip attacker. So now that we have seen the parts, let's assemble Dragoon V. Starting with the core, we insert the core inside the neo left spin gear and we lock it in place. So now we have our spin gear complete. Now let's get the base and let's insert the magnecore tip inside the base. So we have the base ready. Let us fit the spin gear onto the base and it is a good perfect fit. And now we can include the clips. So if you remember, I mentioned the clips complete the shape of the claws. So you can see when I insert these clips, the claws are going to be complete. So now let's attach the weight disc. So weight disc will fit perfectly with the spin gear, and you can see that the weight disc is quite large for the Beyblade. Now let's fit the attack ring, and the bit chip is already attached. So let's keep it and rotate it and lock it. Okay, now that is Dragoon V assembly. We have the Beyblade ready. So here I have a metal stand to show you the magnetic power of Dragoon V's magnecore, and I am using the magnecore to attach the Beyblade onto this metal stand. So you can see that the magnet is quite strong. It is keeping the Beyblade in place, and even though it is upside down, it is holding it perfectly. Now coming back to the anime history of the Beyblade, Dragoon Victory was last used in a battle against Cyber Dragoon. Tyson won the battle, but Dragoon V was damaged and it was then upgraded to Dragoon V2. So with that, we have come to the end of this video on Dragoon V. If I missed something about this Beyblade, let me know in the comments below. Also, what is your favorite Beyblade, and have you ever owned a Dragoon V? Let me know in the comments below as well. Thank you for watching.